afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Lady Cardinal basketball here on UDTV, where the Lady Cardinals from Upper Dublin are hosting the Vikettes from Allentown Central Catholic. Both teams won yesterday in the first round of the Cardinal Classic to earn a trip to today's game. The Vikettes winning in a nail-biter 24-23 over Gwendolyn Mercy, and the Flying Cardinals winning in double digits over Monet Davis and Springside Chestnut Hill Academy. Now, joined by Charlie Hugg and Matthew Chiodo. Charlie, what are you looking to see out of the Lady Cardinals in today's game following a big win last night?
I'm looking to see them continue to use a lot of work from their big men, Jackie Vargas and Nicole Kaiser down low. They had a lot of production last night from both of those girls. I'm hoping to see them keep it up, as well as their three-point shooting. That was very effective last night.
Vargas Vines was 3 blocks away from a triple-double with 19 points, 11 boards, and 7 blocks. Truly outstanding numbers out of the sophomore center.
You're right, and you said it too. She's only a sophomore. The things that she's doing at her age are just unspeakable, and she hasn't even she's not even close to her peak of what she can do as she gets it down low, and that one's blocked away.
I think there could have been a foul call there, but refs being generous early.
Yeah, we'll see how the refs play out this game. Last game, a lot of calls on Monet Davis. You were calling it celebrity card. We'll see how that continues.
Yes, it is, Matthew. Just keep you. As Weglos going to take a 3, and she's going to bury that one to put Upper Dublin on the board early. 3-0 with 7:22 to go.
I said it earlier, three-point shooting is going to help them a lot tonight. They've been shooting great all season, and you see Weglos there knock one down from beyond the arc.
A lot quieter today. People still sleeping in. It is winter break, so some people catching up on their sleep. Not in attendance for this 2:45 start, as some confusion on the Central Catholic side, but they're going to retain possession. That's number 5, the freshman guard, Emily Vaughn, for Allentown Central Catholic in the corner there. Central Catholic, coached by head coach Mike Kopp, his 38th season as the head coach of this team, and he's over his tenure at Central Catholic, he has amounted to over 900 wins.
Just an amazing feat there, able to keep it up for 38 years going strong. Despite the losing season last season, it's incredible to have over 900 wins in your career.
I'm sure he's nearing that 1,000 mark, but unfortunately, last year they suffered a losing record of 10-16 in the Skyline Division out in the Lehigh Valley. So they're going to look for Reipert. He's going to dish it back out. The 3 is not going to go for Jess Davis. Davis, the junior guard, averaging 9.9 last season, for these Vikettes. Reipert, I think that's his name, Reipert. I'll just call him Margot. Margot, top leading scorer last night and for last season as a junior, averaging 11 points a game, as Vargas Bynes gets that dish down low, puts it off the window, and the Cardinals take a 5-point lead, keeping the Vikettes off the board to start the game. And they're going to call a foul on Dana Balassa with the block. We have some fans sharing their opinion on the far side of the court, which is great to hear. We have some input from the fans, as Reipert is going to step to the line to shoot 2. She's going to miss the first one as it rims out. I said we were going to call her Margot, so I don't know why I'm saying her last name. And Reipert gets the second one. Margot gets the second one to fall. 5-1, 5:18 to go in the first. Weglos, and they're going to call a screen the other way on Vargas Bynes. She really just has to hold her ground there and get in the way of the defender.
Yeah, tough one there. The defender saw the screen coming, able to get out of the way, and Vargas Bynes just wanted to keep setting it. Unfortunately, she moved her feet, and the ball's going the other way now.
As that shot is off the mark for Margot, and they're going to call a jump ball. As Nicole Kaiser had her hands on it, tied up with Lizzie Schmiegel. Inbounding is Vaughn. Looking, and Poland tips that away, make it uncomfortable for Jess Davis, junior guard. Great defense on the wing there. She's going to try to penetrate, and Margot cannot. She gets her own rebound, kicks it out, and the shot from Reed is short, and Weglos pulls down that board. And the outlet pass, not able to be reeled in cleanly by Nicole Kaiser, but it's going to force a jump ball, and the Cardinals are going to take possession. What? Well, no.
She's like
As that inbounds pass is intercepted by Reed, and the Vikettes are going to take possession of the ball, calling Princeton as their play. You know, Charlie, you and I both saw yesterday's game against Gwen and Mercy, and this team came out very fast, but they were unable to put a lot of points on the board, only scoring 7 in the first half yesterday.
Correct. We'll see how We'll see how that can take into effect today with this Upper Dublin team. A good defensive team. We'll see how they can keep this game low scoring.
As Vaughn knocks down that 3 with Dana Balasa on the closeout, and just like that, they pull within 1. And we're just over halfway through this first quarter. Balasa saves that one. Kaiser gets hit, but there's going to be a no call there, and they're going to call it on Jess Davis, the guard. We should note that Kayla Reed, the senior guard rather, sat out all last season due to injury complications, but she is back this season and has been playing at an elite level for this Vikettes team, as Grebe, Barbera, and Eskew are all in for Kaiser, Balasa, and Poland. They're going to give it to Weglos, and she's going to take it at the top. And called on the reach is Kayla Reed, she's still shaking off the rust from last season.
Yeah, and you know how tough that is coming off a injury. It's always hard to get back into the swing of things. She's done a good job of it this season, but on that play, just a little too close to Weglos.
Vargas handling the ball beyond the arc. They're going to give it to the guard in Meg Barbera, who's going to switch directions, take a spill, dish it to Grebe. Simple, the call from Monica Newman, the assistant coach for this Lady Cardinal team. Megan Barbera always tries to overcomplicate things, but she just has to remember to slow it down and make it a lot more simple. And the dish to Grebe with the mid-range. Gets it to go from the paint. Cardinals lead 7-4, 3 minutes to go in the first. That inbounds play, getting the big in the paint, has been really effective thus far this season for the Lady Cardinals.
It's worked well all season. Last night, a lot of points. Vargas got off of that play. Today, Grebe getting a couple points off that. We'll see how that can go into effect later in the game and keep that play going. See if the other team is able to pick up on it and stop it, or if it's able to keep getting some points for this Cardinals team.
Looked like Jess Davis got away with a little bit of a walk there, but Cardinals are not going to argue because there's nothing that the referees will do. Eskew looking to pass. Nearly picked off by the freshman Vaughn as Barbera looks inside to Vargas Mines and is unsuccessful in completing the pass. Shot no good. Grebe hauls in the rebound. Shot no good for Jess Davis. The 3 for Eskew, long. And they're gonna get possession are the Vikets. Vikets yet to have a substitution. Cardinals have already made one substitution of 3 players. Kaiser is set to come back in the game. Everybody on this court except for 3 have white shoes. Well, I mean, some of them are off-white because, dirt, but a lot of white shoes, a popular color. I, in fact, got white shoes for the intramural basketball season today at the Nike outlet, and guess how much they were?
I'm going to take a guess and say 110.
You would be wrong. I actually got 2 pairs of shoes because I have wide feet. $48 and $32 for a total of $79.99. Truly an impressive feat. Shout out to the Nike outlet at Franklin Mills for the great deals on the clearance shoes. And mine are both white. I'm usually not a fan of white shoes because they do get dirty easily, but I'm making an exception for the hardwood, especially this season. On Team Poland, Jessica Poland's father is the head coach running the triangle offense, and we should be destroying Charlie's team this season, as that is too strong off the glass for Margot and a clear path foul on Poland. Or excuse me, they're going to call it against... Who's the foul on? We're going to say it was against Jess Davis. Could be wrong, though. And we're under a minute to play with the Cardinals holding on to a 1-point lead. Forwards for this, the forwards for this Cardinal team, the 3-headed monster of Vargas, Greavy, and Kaiser has really been effective all season, as they're going to call another foul on Jess Davis. She's definitely in foul trouble in the first quarter. We're unsure as to how many fouls she has, but she definitely has more than one.
Back to what you were saying about the big men on this team. There's not many teams with as deep of big men as we do. So no matter who's in the game, we could have 1 or even 2 of them. There's not many teams that can stop any of them, let alone all 3 of them.
And that could have been called a flagrant on Margot, who tried to body slam Nicole Kaiser. She was going to have none of that, and she's going to earn a trip to the line to shoot 2. Kaiser rims out on the first. And they're going to take out Davis as she's in foul trouble, and we're going to have Diana Casas, senior forward, into the game. And 31 seconds as Kaiser cannot connect on either one of the 2 foul shots she was allotted. Mike Cobb, head coach of Central Catholic, is noting that they already have committed 6 fouls in the first quarter, but with the 10 seconds to go, they're going to look to get more points on the board. She cannot hold her dribble. Can Vaughn? They're going to call a foul on Jessica Poland. 3.4 seconds. They're going to allow the Allentown Catholic team to substitute. In for the first time is Morgan Dietz, and for the freshman guard, Emily Vaughn. 3.4 to go in the game, in the quarter. It looks like she's going to look to pull up from the foul line, gets it off the glass at the buzzer, and just like that, the Lady Cardinals give up their lead in the first quarter, and we're going to go into the first intermission. The Lady Cardinals trailing by 1, 8-7, going into the second quarter. You're watching Lady Cardinal basketball here on UDTV. We're back with more Lady Cardinal basketball here on UDTV, and the distance geographically separating these 2 teams is remarkable. 52.9 miles door to door down the Northeast Extension. How do you think this is playing into the readiness of this Central Catholic team to play these Lady Cardinals today?
Yeah, the distance, it takes a lot out of you. You got to wake up early to get down here. If you're driving, 53 miles per hour, it takes at least an hour to get down here. And so it takes probably over that. Just that waking up early, having to drive all the way down, it really takes a lot out of you. It makes you tired, makes you bored. So you're not mentally prepared for the game. We'll see if Upper Dublin can take advantage of that in this game.
As the Cardinals gave up possession of the ball there. An interesting matchup here for the Lady Cardinals. Coach Funston putting Jackie Vargas behinds on Margot Reipert, the leading scorer for the Vikettes. A lot more mobile, but Vargas doing a good job of sticking. As Poland defends Reed on the outside. Weglos nearly able to come up with a steal, but the Vikettes keep it in their possession. Man, I can't even get over 38 years as the head coach with one program. That's just truly remarkable by Coach Mike Kopp. They're going to call a foul on that straight up by... Are they going to call it on... They're going to call it on Dana Balassa when Reipert was going up to shoot, and she's going to go to the line to shoot too on the shooting foul. Not much contact there, but the refs saw just enough to call a foul.
Yeah, it's been that way this whole tournament. The refs just calling any bit of contact, they're going to call it a foul if you're going straight up and you hit the defender. It slows down the game, but also gives more opportunity to score points and have a higher scoring game.
I believe that is Dana Balassa's second foul of the game, but she's going to stay in as Barbera gets subbed in for Poland. And Margot Reipert cannot connect on either. Weglos looking to take it to the rack, gets it off the glass. No need to pass, she just took it herself. Great court vision from Weglos there. And the kick out with the long two, and that is short as Kaiser pulls it down short for Casas. And the outlet pass to Barbera had a look for that mid-range that she likes, but Weglos is going to take the three and bury it. Same spot she got it from before. The three-point basket is good. The Lady Cardinals take the lead by 4. And the Vikettes are going to be forced to call timeout, I think.
But once again, there you see the effect of the three-point shot for the Upper Dublin team. Already, Maggie Wellos has 2 of them in this game, scoring half of the points for the Upper Dublin team just off threes, including another layup. She has 8 points already in this first half.
Weglos, not known to be that much of a scorer. In fact, 2 games ago, she was held scoreless as she's just such a selfless player and a great passer. But we look at the score right now, 12-8 in favor of the Lady Cardinals. 8 points is more than they scored in the entire first half yesterday. And Coach Funston coming out in the full court pressure, looking to build up a lead. The biggest lead of the game was 5 unanswered to start the game. Kayla Reed possessing the ball. It's going to stay with the Vikettes. Reed, the senior guard, once again, sat out all last season and looking to make her senior season one to remember. Kicked out to Schmiegel. Out of bounds, and they're going to stay with the Vikettes. Look to be Upper Dublin ball, but the referees are not going to agree. Right 30 in the notes section. Thank you. Well, that pen's so nice. Special thank you to my mother for providing this breast cancer awareness pen. You know, it's misleading. It's a pink pen. You'd think it'd be pink ink as well, but it is black ink. But the ballpoint pen presented by Uniball Technology. Both teams scoreless through 3 minutes in the quarter. And that ball knocks down the water cups on the Upper Dublin sideline. And some substitutions for the Vikettes. Coming in is Emily Vaughn, once again the freshman, and Jess Davis, junior guard. Weglos has been fire from beyond the arc, and she hits her third of the night. 3 for 3 from range.
Weglos already with 11 points of this Upper Dublin's 15. She's been on fire tonight. If she can keep this up, she's going to be a big threat for this Allentown Central Catholic team.
They refer to themselves as Central Catholic, so I think we're going to start to do that as well. Inside to Margot Wright-Britt, and she cannot get that one off the glass at the hands of Cara Grebe on the block. SQ is able to reel in that hard pass, and they're going to dish it back out to Weglos, who thinks about a three, but she's not going to take it. Weglos, she'll go from scoring none in one game to having 11 in the first half before it's even over in today's game. SQ looking to penetrate, dishes it to Barbera with the long two, gets it from the top of the key. Megan Barbera. Cardinals build up their biggest lead of the game, 7 points.
And Barbera with a shot, very unorthodox, kind of reminds you of Alonzo Ball, the way that they don't shoot like a normal shooter, but it still manages to go in. She has a very good shot, shoots high percentages. It's just not the prettiest looking shot in the world.
Emily Vaughn gets swatted, learns her place, as Vargas Bynes puts her in her place with that block there inside. Barbera looks to penetrate and dish it back out, but Schmiegel gets a hand on it. I don't think there's another school that wears green that we play all year, so this is a new, is there? I don't think so. No, we don't play any Gators. And they're going to call a jump ball there on SQ and Wright-Britt, and they're going to bring in Kaiser for Vargas Bynes. As you said, with the height on this team, I mean, Grebe, Kaiser, and Vargas Bynes all over 6 foot, with JVB topping out at 6'3". And most of these teams don't even have a girl over 5'11", and it's showing the advantage here. But they're going to try to find SQ backdoor, cannot connect between Grebe and SQ.
Right, and with the big girls on this team, you take one out and you put one in, so there's really no time in the game when you don't have a big presence down low, and it really helps out this girls' team with rebounding and scoring and blocking and defense.
Definitely could have contributed to the first and only loss of the season, coming in the first game against CB South. And a nail-biter. Cardinals lost 30-24, and Nicole Kaiser was out with Achilles soreness, and they lost that first game. So her presence obviously making a difference thus far in the season. As Reed thought about a three, and Vaughn cannot get that one. Actually, she gets it off the side of the backboard, and the Cardinals are going to look to push. Looking into Kaiser in the post. Kaiser gets blocked by Wright-Britt. No foul. Whistles are silent. Looked like a lot of contact with both hands there, but no whistle. Into a Ripert who kicks it out to Vaughn. They're going to keep swinging it. We're under a minute to play, and they're going to call a foul on the push on Maggie Weglos. As Coach Funston is going to take out Weglos and Eskew, and in come the two freshmen, Balasa and Poland. A 1-1 there. Cardinals entering the bonus. As Davis connects on the first one. Connects on both. Cuts the lead down to 7 with 51 seconds and counting to go in the half. Out on the wing to Kaiser. They're going to call 5 seconds. The Vikets are going to get the ball. Can you explain the 5 seconds to the fans at home?
Yeah, so if you're dribbling up top or anywhere really, and you're tightly guarded for 5 seconds, you have to get rid of the ball before that 5 seconds is up. You have about 5 seconds yet, exactly, to get rid of the ball before that 5 seconds is up, and then it's a turnover, just to keep the game going so you're not holding it with tight defense the entire time and rewarding the defense for guarding you tightly for 5 seconds.
Well, they're not going to call 5 seconds here as the Cardinals sagging on defense. They're going to let up an easy shot, and that one's blocked by Balasa. And the Cardinals on the same team with 8 seconds to go. They're going to push. Balasa pulls up from 3, cannot get it off the glass. No foul call, and the Lady Cardinals take the lead into the locker room 17-10 at the end of the first half. Maggie Weglos leads the charge with 11 points, and the Vikets are going to look for an answer in the second half. Stay tuned. Stick around. Don't turn off your TVs. We'll be right back with Lady Cardinal basketball on UDTV.
We compete in the first tech challenge against other robots in a tournament fashion to complete certain objectives. This year's challenge is called Relic Recovery. It's all really cool and it gives us hands-on experience with building and programming robots for specific purposes.
It's a good experience for a lot of engineering people as well as computer science people. There's programming involved, electronics, and actual designing.
Robots, you know.
Welcome back into Lady Cardinal basketball here on UDTV for the start of the second half from the Cardinals' nest. Oh, and that's going to be a traveling violation on Margot Ripert. She's been relatively ineffective in the first half.
She heard the footsteps of big JVB and she got a little scared. Couldn't keep her footing and turns it over, and now it's Upper Dublin's ball.
Cardinals once again leading 17-10 to start the second half. And the Cardinals are going to come out and go to work. Weglos looking to penetrate. Cross court to Balasa, thinks about a 3. Kaiser drives. I heard a lot of skin-to-skin action there, but no calls. Whistles are silent. A 3-man weave action for the Vikets. They were more effective than they were yesterday in the first half, scoring 3 more, 10 points. Still, they were held to only 2 in the second quarter, and if the Cardinals can keep that up, they should come out with the W.
The Cardinals also scored about half as less as they did yesterday, so they're going to need to keep up their offensive effectiveness and keep down Allentown Central Catholic scoring in the second half to be able to come out with a win.
Coach Funston wants aggressiveness out of Dana Balasa to rip that one out, but instead they're going to have to settle for a jump ball on possession. Cardinals scored 33 points in the first half against Springside Chestnut Hill Academy and Monet Davis. Balasa is going to spot up for 3, and that's going to be long, and it's going to go out of bounds. And the ref gave everyone a heart attack for a second as she pointed the wrong direction, but White is going to keep the ball. If you're just joining us, you're coming into a great one, championship of the Cardinal Classic. Lady Cardinals in white, Vikettes of Allentown Central Catholic in green. They're going to call a foul on Jess Davis. And Jess Davis, that could be her fourth foul.
Is a Vikette the female version of a Viking?
What?
Is a Vikette the female version of a Viking?
Yeah.
So is their men's team the Vikings?
Yes.
It's pretty cool. What, do we not have the Cardinals? ELLE?
Or the Lady Cardinals.
Lady It's pretty lame. I'd like a different name.
They're going to call a foul on Schmiegel. And just like that, 2 fouls committed by the Lady Viking, the Vikette. And the Vikette fans are not happy. And, I mean, they're sitting in Bird Gang territory, so I don't know what they're expecting, but definitely not expecting support for their own team.
I'm just going to go back to what we were talking about earlier. Back in the 1200s or whenever Vikings were around, were their wives called Vikettes? Or is that just like a thing that this team made up?
You know, I don't really know. I think Allentown Central Catholic might have innovated the name of the Vikettes. I've never heard of another Vikettes team. Have you?
I've never heard of the word Vikette until just about whenever this game started.
We're gonna search Google for you, and we'll get right back.
Vikette. Chiodo, what do you think about this?
I think it's a good point. What is a Vikette? I've never heard that term until today. I don't know about you guys. I think it's interesting that Vikettes are girls and Vikings are boys. Definitely something I'm going to research tonight.
Vikettes is definitely interesting, but if it's Viking and they're so intent on making it the female version, why wouldn't they make it Viqueen? That's what I thought. There's another Vikettes team in Austin, Texas. One in Mount Berry, Georgia. And Dana Balasso is going to be called for 5 seconds. Coach Funston not happy, not dribbling the ball. The Cardinals are going to commit a turnover rather. 5:27 to go in the third. Both teams scoreless thus far in the half. Jess Davis handling the ball in foul trouble. Vargas Bynes goes for the swat, gets it on Margot Reiprit. Kaiser looking to, that's going to be a jump ball. Could have been a foul called there on Jess Davis. The refs know she's in foul trouble. And Mike Kopp is not happy with the officiating today.
Kopp is fuming right now. The calls on Upper Dublin's end, but not his end. You can see that the guests have 2 fouls as opposed to Upper Dublin's 1.
None.
What did I say, 1?
Well, now it's 1 as they call one on Jackie Vargas Bynes.
I didn't mean to say none. I'm sorry about that. I just got the N.
And they're going to bring out Poland and Vargas Bynes. Kopp, in his 38 years, has definitely seen his fair share of referees. And assuming that the Lady Cardinals win, he's going to be in a bad mood after the game. But if he were in a good mood, I would like to ask him, was this the worst officiating he's ever seen? And my guess is no. These officials look to be pretty fair.
Good point there. It's not a terribly officiated game right now. It's just 2 fouls to 1, keeping it low, getting the good calls, leaving the ticky-tack fouls out of it.
And a shot, and that's short for Vaughn, freshman guard. Vaughn has been shooting her shot from the corner today, but has been unsuccessful in landing. On the broken play for the Cardinals, they're going to show a play as Barbera takes it. The long 2 for Grebe, short. off the iron. Coach Funston not happy with the way his offense is running, and we're over halfway through this third quarter. Both teams scoreless in the half. Still 17-10, 3:30 to go in the third. And the shot from Davis short. Weglos swallows up that board. She's going to push. And they're going to call a foul on Margot Reiprit. Now, Charlie, when they have it on the scoreboard and they put in the number and how many, here, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Can you see it?
So 2 and 20. Does that mean she has 2 fouls?
I always thought it was number 2 was coming in for number 20. I guess that is what it is, though. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, it's a good point. Actually, Chiodo has his own take.
Weglos takes her 4th 3 of the game and nails it. Gives her 12 from beyond the arc and gives her 14 in the game. Maggie Weglos leading the scoring by a long shot, counting for 14 of the Lady Cardinals' 20. Locking down on defense and a WWE type push scenario. We're going to call a push on Nicole Kaiser, but she's the one that's on the floor, so unsure as to the logic there, but I guess seniority rules. Mike Kopp may be winning this battle. A right break cannot connect. I still don't really know how that foul is against Kaiser.
Yeah, but you're right. Sometimes it's good to talk back to the refs. They'll realize that they missed a call and give you one back in return for the one that they missed.
And a right break cannot take advantage of the shots from the charity stripe. Charity, because it's free. She couldn't get it. Oh! And they're going to call a foul on Cara Grebe with the push from behind as Megan Barbera broke ankles with her dribble move. The Bird Gang letting the referees hear it, and rightfully so. Megan Barbera jumping to stop ball. And a Reiprit looking to break ankles. And Vaughn is going to push. Vaughn breaks the defense. And how's that not a in and out for a Reiprit as Weglos rips down the board but called on the foul standing straight up. Questionable calls by these referees. But they're going to give a Reiprit the and one. She's going to go to the line to get one more. Second foul on Weglos tonight.
Only 2 fouls, but her points and offensive play is making up for it. If she gets a couple more that might be dangerous, we might have to take her out of the game. But if she's able to play sound and good defense, they'll keep her in. She'll be a big part in this win.
A Reiprit 0 for 3 from her last 3 trips to the line. It's got to be a mental thing, if anything, definitely a mental disadvantage. And Weglos, mid-range, that's long. And they're going to go to the ground. They're going to call a jump ball. Coach Funston wanted a timeout, but they're not going to call possession. What are you doing? Charlie Hug with the doodle. This game getting scrappy. Grebe long off the back iron, and they're going to call a foul on Nicole Kaiser, and that's going to give the Cardinals 5 fouls. Excuse me. They're going to give her 3 fouls, right? No, 5 fouls. I was right. 5 fouls against the Lady Cardinals. They lead by 8, 1:44 to go in the third. As that bounce pass, the Cardinals with the full press. How's that not a walk is what I want to know. A Reiprit with the spin move, unable to get the layup to go. The Cardinals cannot swallow up the rebound, and they're going to let Reed get to the rack, but Reed cannot connect on the layup. Barbera is going to run the offense. Kaiser from 3, just off the front of the iron. Barbera tries her hand at a 3, knocks it down. Megan Barbera gets a 3-point field goal on the board. Cardinals lead by 11, just over a minute to go in the third quarter.
Barbera with 5 points tonight, adding in a 3 to bring this team up by 11 points, a double-digit lead here as we approach the end of this third quarter. Just under a minute to go.
Wegelos playing perimeter defense on Casas, and Greavy jarred that ball loose from Schmiegel. Vaughn, freshman on freshman there. As they're going to call a right Brit on the walking violation, and the referee's having a conversation with her. They might be close to giving her a technical, as she did argue and retaliate the call.
Nothing called, but great job by Upper Dublin locking all windows and doors on that last play. Taking about 30 seconds off the clock with their defense. Now they're going to see if they can hold it for the last shot here in the third quarter.
Don't reach, young blood, is what... That's anything to say. I mean, Kayla Reed was playing horrendous defense there, and Wegelos was trying to break it, but referee calls 5 seconds, and possession changes. 12.3 to go in the third. The Vikettes are going to have the ball in the backcourt. Vaughn pushing. Traveling violation called against Kayla Reed, and 1.7 seconds. Do we see a buzzer beater to Barbera? She's not in the game, so she can't hit another one. But Cardinals are going to run their best football play. The push from behind, and they're not going to get anything out of it. Kaiser long on that one, and the Cardinals are going to take it into the fourth quarter, leading by 11. We're back with more Lady Cardinals basketball for the final quarter of play here from the Cardinal Classic Championship game at Upper Dublin High School. As a right Brit looks to get into the lane, bangs it off of Dana Belasso's leg, and she's going to keep possession. This game has been all Upper Dublin thus far.
Yeah, a couple quick runs by the Central Catholic team. The Vikettes. But, yeah, Upper Dublin was able to hold them off, get a double-digit lead here. They're going to hope to keep that at the end of this game. They have 1 quarter left to go before we get a champion crowned here at this Cardinal Classic 2017.
As Jess Davis pulled up there from beyond the arc, the shooter on this team, Dana Balasso, not playing tight defense. Lucky that that one didn't go in. She'd be hearing it at the half. Or, by Mr. Funtz, I don't know what I'm saying. Poland going for the steal. As a right Brit gets on the floor, she does not have her dribble. Poland kicks it. It's going to stay with Central Catholic. Vaughn in the backcourt to receive it. Stay away from the trouble. A feed out to a right Brit, looking to Davis. Driving, blocked by Vargas Bynes. Wegelos running the offense here. Tight defense by Reed. Olin flashes to the ball to Wegelos. Looking to Vargas Bynes in the post. Post move. Oh, cannot get it to fall with the foul, but she is going to earn a trip to the line to shoot 2. Everyone got very excited and loud for that one, but she could not connect on the layup. Still has a chance to get 2 from the line. Rims out on the first. As we said before, Vargas Bynes led the charge last night, scoring 19 points, accompanied by 11 boards and 7 blocks. They're going to call a jump ball here. Maggie Weglos and Schmiegs, and it's going to stay with the Lady Cardinals. 6:33 to go in the fourth.
You said it, partner. Vargas basically a non-factor in this game today. Weglos picking up the slack with 14 points, able to help out this team. There she is right there, getting fouled. I'd like to see some more production from Vargas at the very tail end of this game. The double-digit lead, not like we're going to need much help, but if we can keep getting into her, we could have a better chance of winning this game than we do right now.
As Weglos successfully draws the foul on the perimeter. Vargas Bynes dribbling around, and Weglos get it in the hand of a guard. Definitely the plan for this Lady Cardinal team. But the bigs playing with it up top. And the screen and roll to Kaiser to Weglos from beyond the arc. Oh, and that's her first miss of the day. She is 4 for 5. They're going to call Poland on the reach-in foul. Definitely just a lapse in thinking there. Now, Charlie, who's your pick for MVP of the tournament? Assuming it's going to be from this Upper Dublin team, I don't know if Vargas has made a good enough case in today's game.
Well, yeah, if you asked me at the end of last night and the beginning of this game, I definitely would have said Jackie Vargas. But after how she's playing today, I might have to go Weglos on this one. She always has a big impact on this team, not just scoring-wise, but passing and defense, setting up her teammates to succeed. Either one of them is a great choice. You can't go wrong with either one. But after showing today, I'm going to have to go with Weglos.
You know, it sounds more to me that you're talking about what kind of sandwich I should get from Sam's Italian Market, where I can't go wrong with either choice. But, you know, the Lady Cardinals have definitely been playing their game, and it's a team sport, so it's really hard to choose one MVP. But Mr. Greiner, the athletic director here at the high school, is going to have to do that. Kaiser gets that one off the glass. The tone of voice I said that in was like I should have had something to accompany it, but I didn't. So there's that. As a right Brit, Schmiegel kicks it out to Vaughn. That last possession, when we were talking about MVP, a right Brit heard footsteps from Vargas Bynes and just let it go out of bounds. But Davis is going to take it to the rack, and it's going to get swatted. I heard more ball contact than I did skin contact, but they're going to call the foul on Weglos on the reach, and Davis is going to go to the line to shoot 2. Davis rims out on the first. They're going to bring out Kaiser, Weglos, and Poland. In come Greavy, SQ, and Barbera. That's a nice rotation the Cardinals have with these 8 players.
Correct. Again, 2 big men in. You can't really... Whenever you take one out, you put another one in. There's never a time that 2 of these 3 aren't on the floor.
As Davis couldn't connect with either one from the line. SQ looking to break ankles, and no communication between her and Barbera as the Vikettes bring in subs. They bring in Dietz, Avelo, and looks like Casas. And they take out their leading scorer in a right Brit. Lady Cardinals playing tight defense with this lead, and that pass is airmailed. Lady Cardinals take the ball, and just over 4 minutes to go in the game.
4 minutes to play.
Well, Barbera looking to break some ankles here into Greeby. Finds SQ out to Balassa, out to Barbera. It looked like they were looking for a shot from the perimeter, but Vargas Bynes making her presence known in the post. Gets it to go off the glass. Schmiegel tried to defend that one, but had no success there. Schmiegel just getting embarrassed in the low post by Jackie the Process Vargas Bynes.
That's how it's been most of this tournament. No one has had an answer for Jackie Vargas Bynes down low. Able to have her way with most of these defenders. Able to back them down, turn around, have a nice little post move. Got the score. Only her 4th point of the night tonight, but she's definitely making her presence known down low.
Dribble penetration. It's going the other way. Reed looked to penetrate to no avail. And the Vikettes find themselves down by 15 with 3.5 to go. And for the first time, we see senior Lindsay Schreiber into the game for Dana Balasa. Schreiber in, and they're going to call a foul on presumably Casas, but we're going to wait for confirmation. Nope, I was wrong. They're going to call that one Schmiegel. We're not making fun of someone's name who's Siegel. It's like actually Schmiegel. It's spelled S-Z-M-I-G-I-E-L. And the Cardinals are just going to dribble this one out. Looks like the Vikettes have given up all hope, and rightfully so. Schmiegel with her first impactful play of the game. Reed looking to make something happen with a long 2 by Casas, and it looks like it's going to be too little too late. Putting 2 points on the board, still down by 13. Oh, Vargas Bynes just making a fool out of Schmiegel. Schmeeks. Vargas Bynes at the top of the key. Pass looked like, and Eskew looks to pass it into Grebe, but could not get a handle on it. And the Cardinals are just going to dribble it out. I mean, there's still 2 minutes left, so I can't really say they're going to dribble it out the game. But they're going to call traveling on Sarah Eskew. And they're going to bring in Bella Martinez. And who else did they bring in? Did you see? 15. And I do not have number 15's name. We apologize for that one. 50. Oh, creating separation down low. And the lucky basket for Dietz. Dietz and Watson. Barbera could have been called for a traveling violation there, but they're going to call a foul on Casas on the push. And that puts the Lady Cardinals in the bonus. And they're going to shoot 1-1 from here on out for the next minute and 49 seconds, holding on to an 11-point lead in the championship game of the Cardinal Classic. Eskew rims out, and they're going to fight with their same team as Grebe and Vargas Bynes, and they're just going to dribble it out here. This Cardinal team has been... Vargas Bynes takes it to the rack, knocks down 2 players for the Vikettes as Cara Grebe connects after picking up the trash and putting that one in. As I said, the Cardinals have been scoring 50. They've been averaging 50 points in every game except for one this season. Looks like this is going to be their second where they have a lower scoring number as Vargas Bynes cannot corral that board. And Grebe gets that one. Oh, as Barbera makes a fool out of Martinez, who's saying something to coach. As Schreiber gets that one on the lay-in trailing. And we're under a minute to play with the Cardinals leading big by 15 points. 3-point attempt long as Martinez runs away from Vargas Bynes. She wants nothing to do with her. To the rack, blocked by Grebe and Vargas Bynes. They're going to call a foul out of pity, I assume. Who are they going to call it on? Call is on Cara Grebe. Charlie the medium here for all of your psychic needs. And that's going to send Dietz to the line to shoot 2.
Nothing.
That is a very nice foul shot.
That's very satisfying the way it went.
Very satisfying. That Gets the second one to go. That's just truly mesmerizing. The Vikettes are going to play defense. I don't understand why, but they are. She was just nowhere near the line, but they're going to call out of bounds on Barbera. Bella Martinez was playing defense there. Be sure to stay tuned for the trophy presentation, the MVP trophy, presented by Sam's Italian Market. Yeah. As they're going to dribble it out, look to run some offense, get some practice here. 15 seconds remaining as Avelo thinks about a shot. Avelo handling it. And she's going to shoot it and short. And that's going to do it here from the championship game of the Cardinal Classic hosted by Everett High School. And the home team, Lady Cardinals, are going to take it with a final score of 31-18. Maggie Weglos led the scoring with 14 points, 11 of them coming in the first half, shooting 4 of 5 from 3. Stay tuned for the post-game MVP trophy presentation presented by Sam's Italian Market. But for I am Brian Mermelstein. For Charlie Hugg and Matthew Chiodo, I'm Brian Mermelstein signing out from this Cardinal W here on UDTV.
Oh boy, there are so many classes to choose from. I don't know which one to pick.
Do you want to know the best class to join this year?
Of course. I think I will join the UDTV.
It's my honor to present this 2017 Upper Dublin Girls Cardinal Classic Championship Trophy to our own Upper Dublin Cardinals. And our 2017 Upper Dublin Girls Cardinal Classic
Why does he want that?
player, also from Upper Dublin, Maggie Weglos. Thank you again for everyone coming out and supporting our tournament. We look forward to seeing everyone again next year. Have a safe travel and Happy New Year.
When you're low and your knees can't rise, you feel helpless and you're looking to the sky. Some people would say to accept defeat. Well, if this is...
Oh boy, there are so many classes to choose from. I don't know which one to pick.
Do you want to know the best class to join this year?
Of course. I think I will join the UDTV.